How's it going, everybody? I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. I'm just going to dive right into this video. Please follow the words on the bottom of your screen. It would greatly help the channel and my eBay store. But thank you, everybody. I just want to jump right into this because something very disturbing has been happening within the past few days. And I've dealt with this before with my eBay store. However, because of this snowstorm that we have had and the problems that the shipping couriers have had, whether it's the post office, whether it's UPS, whether it's FedEx, whether it's Uni Uni, whoever it may be that's handling shipping. In this case, it's mostly the post office. There's not much, folks. I can't stress this enough. Given that I'm very transparent here with my eBay customers, and I think I've earned my reputation with my customers, I try to be as transparent with everything as possible. I always do behind the scenes videos and live streams and all that sort of thing, and I try to be as open, or at least be an open book as I can. You get to see, my orders in YouTube shorts, minus the fact that, I try not to dox my customers because people's personal information is not for sale through me. I won't allow that. But once your items leave my hands and they're over at the post office's hands, or in the hands of the post office, there's not much I can do. I wish I could. There have been a few instances I have had to intervene, but over the past 2 weeks, ever since we had this inclement weather and this snow, there have been shipping delays all across the board. If you've been watching my channel, especially my live streams, I was talking about getting a couple Bayern Munich jerseys. Well, they just showed up today. And how long ago did I order these? And I ordered them from soccer.com right here in the United States. But because of the snow and the inclement weather and the shipping delays via FedEx with these jerseys, I mentioned a Florian Wirtz jersey. There it is, Florian Wirtz, number 17, the German national team jersey from soccer.com. There's the Harry Kane home jersey I talked about from soccer.com. And here's the Harry Kane Champions League jersey from soccer.com. I also talked about getting a Germanic Viking axe, which I reviewed today, which got maybe like 6 views. It got buried in the algorithm. That's fine, whatever. You folks want to go back and watch it. It would help this channel to grow, of course. But I reviewed this. This showed up late. My supplements that many of you helped me to get through my eBay sales for my blood sugar and the neuropathy that I suffer with and the insomnia I suffered with. You have helped me acquire those. However, they have been showing up sporadically. The shipping dates have constantly changed. The same thing happened with this. These were almost going to be here Friday, this coming Friday. They were supposed to have been here Thursday. Then they got put off on a Friday. Then they were supposed to come on Saturday. Sunday, of course, is everybody's day off, but it showed it was in transit. And then all of a sudden, miraculously, I got a notification from FedEx that it was supposed to come this coming Friday. And then out of nowhere, that changed today. And then poof, all of a sudden, miraculously, there were my 3 jerseys. So all of the shipping companies, Uni Uni, DHL, UPS, USPS, FedEx, Amazon, they are fucked across the board because of whatever this weather caused everybody from east to west, north and south of this country. They are screwed. And over the last 2 weeks, I've been getting items not received, complaints on eBay. I was able to actually have a couple of those thrown out because it clearly shows the cards were delivered or that they're still in transit, so that the claim is false. There are 2 orders right now. I just got messages from my customers on eBay. Where are my cards? Clearly, I shipped them out. You can see the date that the label was printed. You can see that the cards were shipped. They're floating around out there someplace. I can't explain what the hell is going on. I have no idea, folks, and I'm staking my name and my reputation on this. All right, over the past 12 months, all right, I have a 99.8% feedback rating. A lot of them negatives went away because we're past that 12-month point, so those negatives get flushed in the toilet or neutrals get flushed in the toilet. But I think my reputation stands for itself. That's why I come out here publicly. When I do my YouTube shorts, I do my videos, I do my live streams. When you guys are watching me pack cards, when you guys see me doing YouTube shorts of me getting my orders ready to go out, I try to be as transparent without doxing my customers or putting my customers at risk. It is not my fault, folks. There are some customers I can work with, and I do work with. Many of you know that. You've dealt with me before, and your feedback at this point, and I never ask people for help. But when it comes to this particular issue, your feedback would help me in this case to show other people. I try to be the best businessman I can to my customers, and I care a lot. And I've talked about this, man. I was homeless. I went through a whole bunch of shit. Many of you have taken a ride with me all year last year, what I went through with the horse shit that I had to deal with. And now I'm trying to rebuild bridges again with certain people in certain aspects of my life. I'm not going to get into it, nor am I at liberty to discuss that with anybody, because quite frankly, it's nobody's business but mine and those involved. But I've been slowly but surely trying to rebuild that confidence again, because everybody witnessed what I went through last year. And I didn't ask for the things I went through last year, but that has nothing to do with what's going on with this whole eBay situation and the shipping situation. And I know I'm not the only one going through this. The post office, UPS, FedEx, Uni Uni, DHL, Amazon just had a whole bunch of layoffs recently. There was, if you look in my playlist, the chaos that is USPS, UPS, etc., you're going to see there's a postal worker who the post office tried to throw under the bus because he couldn't get to his work vehicle due to the snow. And with the power outages, road closures, down trees, that's not me. That's the situation that happens after those cards leave me. After that, there's nothing I can do, folks. I can try to fight for you. I can try to file the reports for you. But at the end of the day, you kind of have to put in your 2 cents as well when it comes to tracking down your own cards. And it sucks that, yes, it is kind of my responsibility. I will entertain that yeah, you're buying cards off of me. This is your money. I'm responsible for your money. I get that. Yes, I understand that. I've talked about that. You know how much I value my customers. I've talked about how much, all the bullshit I went through in my life with people who I thought were my friends, who stabbed me in the back, people who I thought were my family, people that called me brother to my face, people who I thought really genuinely cared about me, didn't really give a flying fuck about me. As long as they got things out of me, they couldn't care less. And then when they were done using me, they threw me, off the fucking cliff for me to fend for myself, and I'm still going strong besides all that. So I know what it's like. I know what it's like not to have money. I know what it's like not to be able to rub 2 nickels together, folks. I've talked about this. That's basically how this channel has grown, with the various hobbies I talk about. Here I am, hats, jerseys, Transformers toys, baseball cards. I get it, man. Believe me, I get it. I can't convince you of that. And I'm not going to try for those who may still be, untrusting of my words, because unfortunately out here, when it comes to money, when it comes to people's reputations, when it comes to bullshit, not everybody is going to take your word for it. And that's understandable, because there are fuck-ups. There are assholes out there. There are people trying to really soak you dry. I can try to convince you until I'm blue in my face, and I'm not one of them. But at least for those that have dealt with me on eBay, who have received my baseball cards and other things over the past 2 years that I've been in LLC, you know where I come from. And I've been as honest as I possibly can. I've been as transparent as I can. I try to message my customers back when they message me as fast as I can. Believe me, I really get involved with my customers. I really do. I really try. But this issue with the post office and UPS and all these other shipping entities and all these couriers, once your items leave my hands, there's nothing I can do about it, folks. And coming at me and attacking me and complaining, if you message me, hey buddy, and I appreciate those that message me first before they file these claims, because a lot of these people, unfortunately are younger than me. They're in their 30s. They were raised by the internet, so they expect fucking everything a day and a half later, like we have Star Trek transporters to instantaneously send things from one point to another. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? That's not how it works. Live in the real world. People have to drive trucks, drive uphill. They have to walk to their fucking jobs, or they first have to wake up and drive to their jobs, or take a train to their jobs, and then they have to deal with the bullshit in their fucking jobs, get into their trucks, get in the middle of traffic. Maybe they can't park their fucking delivery truck. There's all sorts of shit. Don't you Don't you younger assholes or you internet spoiled brats ever consider that maybe there are things that happen when your items are in the middle of fucking transit? You know, the benefit of a person like myself is I was raised by humans, not by this rectangular device that creates the illusion like everything is right now. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? That's not how it works. You kind of have to. Wait a little. Wait a little. And I have to be angry and chastise people because it's fucking bullshit. Because if I sent the card out 3 days ago, give it time. Things take fucking time. When you cut your arm open, or if you cut your finger open with a knife by accident when you're trying to put peanut butter on your fucking bread, how long does it take for a wound to heal? Weeks, assholes. Take your mind out of this internet mindset that everything is instantaneous. That's not how the real world works. How do you know your fucking delivery driver didn't fall off a cliff and hit black ice and did a Cliff Burton? You know what I mean? From Metallica? Remember that story? Black ice, Cliff Burton. How do you know? You don't. It's called patience. The rest of you are okay. I appreciate the customers that do message me. You guys will always get priority. And if I can find a way to work out things with you, and I have done it, some of you are viewers of this channel, either I'll partially refund you, I'll offer you another card at equal or lesser value, and then refund you the difference. There's always things that I do with my customers that try to make everybody happy. But when I have people coming after me saying, well, where the fuck is my card? Who are you? And this, well, tough shit. Go through eBay then. Because I have ways of beating these false claims. Because a lot of these claims, believe it or not, are scam artists and con artists trying to get free cards. The my item has not arrived routine at this point is old. You know how many of those I've beaten in the last 6 to 8 weeks? 6 of them so far as of today. I had another one that I beat for someone claiming that they didn't receive a Pete Crow Armstrong card. That clearly shows it was fucking delivered. And after filing this, respond now thing with eBay that they didn't, of course it was beaten. But you have these kind of people that are out there that are taking these situations for granted, that are trying to abuse the fucking system. Some people need to just fucking wait for a while. They start sending these harassing comments and then they file their complaint. A lot of you are legitimate. A lot of you have high feedbacks. A lot of you are legitimate. You're a sports card seller or buyer or somebody that flips like me, whatever it is, whatever have you. And I appreciate you message me first before you file these claims. The rest of them that are constantly filing these claims, 6 out of 6 since Christmas time that I've had have been swept away. Because you idiots are trying to get over. But the rest of you folks to get mad at me because of something that's out of my hands, again, if eBay follows the fucking tracking numbers and sees that the label was created, the card is out the door, it's in the middle of transit, it's out of my hands. There's nothing I can do. Nothing I can do, folks. I wish there was something I can do. But you don't motivate me to want to help you when you come off like an asshole with an attitude. There is a thing called decorum. Have some fucking decorum. Man, I'm your average Joe. I don't talk like a fucking businessman. I don't use euphemisms and complicated language to get my point across. I speak like the rest of you. Yeah, I might use a little bit more foul language and a little bit more extreme vernacular. But I'm a regular guy just like the rest of you. Listen, when I have a couple beers and a hot dog with chili, believe me, my fucking farts stink just as much as yours do. I can admit that because I'm just as human as the rest of you guys are. And some of you gals. You don't think you gals don't fucking pass ass gas? Give me a break. But this shit you gotta calm down. You internet 2026 people need to fucking slow down just a little bit. This rectangular device that's in front of you that you're watching this on right now gives you a false reality that everything is just like that. But that's not how it works, folks. That's not how it works. Things take fucking time. And right now, things are really backed up and really messed up, even with my own items. The very things that I wanted, like I want to review this jersey or one of those other two I just showed you on camera will be my next review. I wanted to review this days ago. It didn't show up until Saturday. Just this past Saturday, all the supplements I had ordered, a lot of them got backed up. A lot of them got delayed. What do you want me to do about it? I can't fucking push the post office or the UPS truck driver or the fucking people in these postal facilities to move any faster. Yeah, there are thieves in the post office, allegedly. Well, if you look at my playlist, The Chaos of the USPS, et cetera, you'll see, yes, there are thieves. People stealing gift cards, people stealing baseball cards, people stealing Pokemon, people robbing senior citizens that are fucking Social Security checks. That's why Trump did away with physical checks with Social Security, to end the theft and the fraud. But human beings, as shitty, as turd-throwing monkeys as most humans are, people will always find a way to fuck over somebody else and try to and force people to turn against each other. As far as this is concerned, I am the innocent party in this. Oh, I do fight, and I have fought for my customers in the past. You know, I will sacrifice my own money and my own profit to make my customers happy. It does cost me money. There are times that, yes, I must eat the cost of some of these sales because of this bullshit with the post office. But it gets annoying when I have people constantly trying to fucking get over and screw over. But in this case, folks, be fucking patient. Did you not see that white stuff on your front lawn, not just last week? Did you not watch your rectangular electronic device where it was talking about this white stuff that fell out of the sky that was either that thick or this thick on the ground? You know those things called trees? Didn't you see that trees fell over and people, unfortunately, didn't have power? Do you fuckers not realize that things take time to fix? The post office has even said this themselves. They're backed up. Postal delivery people themselves, the fucking drivers, have said that they are backed up. They're having problems. Sometimes I sit here at my desk, I look at my window. You'll see not just a regular postman, but you'll see for a total of 3 fucking post office vehicles delivering packages because they're that far behind. That's not my fault. That's because they're playing catch up. Relax and calm the fuck down. You're talking to an older school guy that's telling you, wait a while. Kiss my ass if you don't like it. Don't buy my stuff. Because I do block people from purchasing my stuff over at my eBay store. Once you get that cavalier attitude, like you think you're going to get one over on me, you're gone. You're gone. You can file all the claims you want. But my customer base knows me. My viewer base has got to know me. All right. I try to be the best businessman that I can for my customers. I try to answer questions. I answer people's DMs. I find deals I'll make deals. Hey, listen, that card I don't have no more, but I'll replace it for a card of equal and lesser value, and I'll refund you the difference. Pick any card or cards you want, whatever. If not, I'll refund you in full. You, ladies and gentlemen, who have dealt with me know this, and I stake my reputation on that on eBay. But you got these fucking low-life dirtbags out there that, it's the young people that expect everything to happen yesterday. Wait a while. Grandpa knows best. It's called experience and age, assholes. Wait a fucking while. We just had 12 to 14 inches of snow here in Charlotte that we never had, at least from when I've only been living here in Charlotte, in North Charlotte, for the past 10 years. I've only seen it snow like this one other time, and that's when I first moved here 10 years ago. Otherwise, I've never seen snow like this here in Charlotte. And it was shocking the people here. Everything fucking shut down. All right, even Walmart, it got to a point. This Walmart never closes. They actually close their fucking doors for 24 hours. Because they cared enough about their employees not to force them to come into work. Good for them, Walmart. Good for you, Walmart. Good for you. You people need to fucking calm down a little bit. And there's always something for people to take advantage of and take for granted. I know my eBay customers know me, and I've got to know all of you. That's why I did those auctions recently. I still haven't processed your orders yet because there's still people paying for their orders. Again, I'm trying not to dox my customers here, but I got labels. Labels are printed out. There are some of the cards and some of the orders that I got. I have another order I have to print out, and as people are paying for the cards that they won in auction, I'll consolidate all of those orders all at once and save me a trip to the fucking post office. I think I'm allowed to make my life easy too. And eBay allows you certain time to ship things and to get them out the door. The labels do expire over a certain amount of time. I'm aware of these things. But certain people really need to calm down and analyze, think logically, think with your fucking brains, not the one you sit on, the one that's up here in your cranium, inside your skull. Wait a while, relax, calm down. This isn't fucking Star Trek where you push a button and things are beamed to you. All right, we don't have fucking replicators or replication machines. I can't just say abracadabra, poof, and send things to you. That's not how it works. But I know my customer base. My customer base knows me well enough. I had the same customers coming back for a majority of the time, and I thank you for that, and God bless you for that. And I have fought for a few of you to make sure your orders get to you, or a resolution. You know, if we can't come to some sort of mutual agreement or whatever, you know, I try to make it work for all of you and for myself. But you got people out there that are so fucking extreme. They are way out of control, folks. Calm your asses down. Because I, as a seller, don't have to deal with some cavalier, nonchalant, holier-than-thou asshole if I don't so choose to. I have that right. If this was my own business, I have the right to ask you to leave. In other words, you get the fuck out. Relax. And as for the rest of you, you know, this is not directed at my normal, typical customer base over at eBay, but there are certain people that really need to fucking relax. And then when you file false claims against me, 6 out of 6 since Christmas have now been wiped away, gone, poof, finished, because your cards were either delivered or because you were too impatient to wait. eBay saw, and I'm not going to give away the type of filing that I use to counteract or go against these false claims. There is something you can do as an eBay seller to counteract these claims in certain words and phrases, and how to direct these people and put the ball into their lap. And you yourself can defeat these claims. But I've had it done now 6 out of 6 times since Christmas, and I've been successful thus far. I'm not going to let people get over on me. I'm not going to let people get free fucking cards at my expense. It's not going to happen. But if you're going to be an impatient asshole and start sending me certain messages, I simply will block your account, and you won't be able to buy from me anymore. And I've done it. So you, my dedicated eBay customers, again, this is not about you. You got to know me. I've got to know you. And I thank you for your continued business. And if you're an eBay seller like me, you know how it is, folks. You got a lot of these assholes. The customer is always right. Guess what? Not all the time. A lot of them are really fucking dumb. When they walk around, their heads sound like a cup full of nickels and dimes. You know what I mean? There's nothing up there. They're not as fucking smart as they think they are. So anyway, folks, just if you are customers of mine and your cards have been delayed because of the snow and everything else, just be patient. Message me first. Let's see what we can do. A lot of it is on the shoulders of the post office and Uni Uni and Amazon and UPS and FedEx and all these other shipping companies, DHL. There's nothing I can do with your orders once they leave my hands. I can try to fight for you. I can file lost mail claims for you. At some point, you have to take responsibility for your orders as well. But after that, once those cards leave my hands, folks, I can't do anything about it. And I'm sorry that it's like that. But I do make efforts. And those who have had business dealings with me, you know that. And I've talked about that here on the channel. If you want to blame somebody, blame the fucking shipping companies. I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. Take care, everybody.